Imagine this. A person is abused by most. A mortal is abused by most other mortals. Their body is transformed, slender, shaking, vulture-like, chihuahua-like, defecating, loose bowels, premature ejaculation, dottery, tremulous, fearful, a tendency to a preoccupation with the macabre and the morbid. These are defense mechanisms. Those who have large, beautiful bodies and states of mind that comfort, they are nourishments, they are adornments. You notice the motor functions, the stillness, the deadpan expressions, the inability of the muscles in the face to fully contract, of the eyes, the windows to the soul, to convey what conveys the presence, eliciting good treatment from others. Less blood in the body. These things are all defense mechanisms. When others support you, you have shelter. You can afford to have lots of blood, big bodies, strong muscles, beautiful faces. When you're alone, there are many ailments. When you are alone, when you have been betrayed by all else, and you have no one but yourself to rely upon. There are many ails that would use the blood. There are many ails that would use the life force of the mortal against them. Having less blood, and thus less life, becomes beneficial. Being able to remain light, voiding your bowels frequently, uncontrollably. Malfunctions of the body, but ultimately enabling the survival. Though ultimately meaningless, coming from the inability of the inanimate objects of which mortal beings are made to move in the correct spaces for their inanimate objects, to create consistently good outcomes. But misfires that enable the survival of the rejected. Being light to run from predators as a result of voiding your bowels uncontrollably. The preoccupation with death and violence, to be prepared to fight any predator. Being skinny, emaciated, or too fat, overdoing appetite, coming from scarcity. Premature ejaculation, for sex that is pleasurable, that provides a good experience with your fellow mortal, leaves you vulnerable. When you're alone, you cannot afford this. Though this is not an acylionic result, your body is made of inanimate object. The mortal body is made of inanimate objects. They cannot move precisely to what creates. They cannot move to the position that creates these defense mechanisms consistently when they're needed. They are generally as a result of the low energy from being rejected, from being spurned by society. Though as a result of these misfirings, though as a result of these physical existential misfirings being beneficial to the survival of the outcast, they remain. The body transforms to this state when one is betrayed, by the rest of their kin. These defense mechanisms elicit the incendiary rage to render, to liquefy, to destroy the flesh of the abused. It is why they call those they victimize the most the black man. As if to say they are already dead, disposable, infectious waste. Truly mortal kind are wretched things. You cannot truly